In today's video, I'm going to cover SoundCloud versus Spotify versus Distrokid. And the first thing you need to know is that you need to put your music on both Spotify and SoundCloud. I don't believe it's one or the other, but you need to use Distrokid to get your music onto Spotify. But Distrokid will not put your music on SoundCloud. You have to do that yourself. You have to upload it manually and put it on there, and I'll show a little tutorial at the end of this video how I actually monetize my songs on SoundCloud using Repost Network. But the point is that I believe that there's way more opportunity to be found on Spotify compared to SoundCloud. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars on Spotify versus only thousands of dollars on SoundCloud. Now, that doesn't mean SoundCloud isn't amazing. A lot of indie, especially rappers and more that indie artists, producers and stuff are found on there and blow up and do extremely well. So if you're in the producer, rapper, as far as genre of music, then you might want to make sure you focus on that. But that's really what the key is, right? Is to follow one course until successful. Focus. You want to choose one platform and go all in. The reason why my Spotify is so big is because that's what I focused on. But I also personally believe that's where the most opportunity is as far as editorial playlists and just getting found. But I have to manually put my songs on SoundCloud, where for Spotify, I distribute it through Distrokid. And then it gets on Spotify, it gets on Apple Music, it gets on Tidal, it gets on 100 plus more streaming platforms. But again, this always comes back to the 80-20 rule. A distributor like Distrokid, TuneCore, CD Baby might sell you on the fact like, yeah, we got you in 150 plus stores. But normally it's only the 3 or 4 that really bring in the majority of the royalties. For me, what I've seen, and we have just under 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Spotify's been the main one. Apple Music, Amazon, and then maybe Deezer, whatnot, and it starts to go down. And of course, YouTube. And understand that Distrokid will distribute your music to YouTube so that it can play on their premium app. But I also like to upload my music as a video, a lyric video or something like that to YouTube to promote my own channel. But let's focus on SoundCloud. I want to share my screen and show you how I monetize my music on SoundCloud so you can do the same thing, because dimes add up to dollars. Okay, I'm in my SoundCloud profile here, and as you can see, only 25,000 plays in the last 7 days. This isn't my biggest channel, but I'm going to click on Manifest and I'm going to click on Profile. And then if I click on Tracks, you can see here, this is the latest song that I released. It's got maybe 2,000 streams, but I have a song here called Doomsday, and I have it set as private and I haven't released it yet. And that's because I always like to make sure it's monetized first, and I do that by using Repost by SoundCloud. Okay, Repost by SoundCloud, and I've logged in here. And if I click on here, I only use them for SoundCloud monetization. I don't use them for Content ID. I don't use them for distributing my music. I only use them for SoundCloud specifically. Like I said, I like to use Distrokid or TuneCore to distribute my music to all the stores, which include here. See how it says distribute your first release to get it on Spotify, Apple, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. That's fine, but I don't use them for that. I just use them for SoundCloud monetization. So I'm going to click on this. Then I'm going to click on my profile. And then as you can see here, it's got my song Doomsday and it says it's monetizing. And if I uploaded a brand new song, I'd probably click sync with SoundCloud, which I'll do at the end of this video. I'll actually upload a song and show you how I add a new song. So I know this is being monetized. So I'm going to go back to now SoundCloud and I'm going to click on this song Doomsday. I'm going to click edit. And you got to make sure that you've got all your metadata in here. I make sure like I put my ISRC code and all the information that I get from Distrokid. But now I'm going to click on public and I'm going to click save changes. And now I have made that song now available on SoundCloud. And it says this track is monetizing. And that's what's really important, because I want to make sure it's connected there. So I have a new song that's already out. It's called Here We Come, and so I'm going to click on Upload, and I'm going to click Choose Files. I'm going to click my brand new song here called Here We Come, uploading that. I'm going to change the name. Here we come. The genre is hip hop for this one. And additional tags, I might put indie rock. I might put indie hip hop if they have that. Or I might put alternative hip hop. Doesn't look like it's letting me. Okay, there we go. Alternative hip hop, rap. I'm gonna put cinematic because the song is cinematic. And next thing I'm gonna do is upload the image. So I need to grab the cover. Here's the cover. Boom, that's done. Now what's important here is it says monetization. I'm not monetizing here. I guess you can monetize inside of the actual software, but again, I do mine through Repost Network, and so I'm just gonna uncheck that, and then I'm gonna click on metadata, and contains music, yes, artist, manifest, and what else, publisher, I'm gonna leave all that blank. There's no album title, this already came out already. But what's important is I like to make sure I have the ISRC code. So I'm gonna go to Distrokid. So I'm in Distrokid right now, and I can see here's my song, Here We Come. Click on it, grab the ISRC code at the bottom here. If you scroll down, copy that, go back to SoundCloud, post the ISRC, done. Now the next thing I want to do is click on basic info, and I don't want this track to be public yet. I want to click private. I'm going to click save. Now the song is uploaded. Now I want to go back to Repost Network, or I should say repost.soundcloud, and then I'm going to click sync with SoundCloud. Sync request submitted. This can take up to 60 seconds. Refresh periodically. Okay, so now I've refreshed, and so now it says Doomsday monetizing, and notice how the private is gone. But now Here We Come is now showing up, but it says not monetized. And so I'm going to click submit for monetization. Okay, and so Here We Come. I'm going to type English for this song, and then I'm going to put my main artist, or I'm going to put composer, legal name, that's fine, Chris Greenwood. And then I'm going to add contributor. I'm going to put manifest is main artist, and then I'm going to add another contributor, which is Auto Blue, who's on the song, and I'm going to put featured artist. Do you have the ISRC for this? Yes, I do. I'm going to paste that in there. Content rating, not explicit. I'm just going to, okay, and then label, I just put the name of my company, Manifest Productions, Inc. Boom. And do you have rights to monetize this? Yes. Now, enable this track for YouTube Content ID. No, I do not want that, because I do that through Distrokid. And the reason I do that is because I want to make sure the splits and everything is done properly. Now I click submit. And so now it's in review. And once it becomes out of review, then it'll be monetized, and then I can make it public when I am ready to rock. So that's my tutorial on Distrokid versus Spotify versus SoundCloud. They're all great. I like to use SoundCloud on its own. I use Distrokid to distribute my music to Spotify, but here you have to do it manually. But as far as listening to music, Spotify is my #1 place where I go because it has the most variety, has the latest artists. I honestly don't know a lot of artists that actually promote their SoundCloud, and maybe it's just because I'm more in the rock world, but I still believe that you should have your music everywhere, because let's just imagine if I just go back to my SoundCloud page and I didn't have my music here, I'd be missing out on, I think it was 27,000 streams just in the last few days. And some of my songs, if I click popular tracks, this one's got 2.1 million, this one's got 2 million. So I believe by not having your music available everywhere, you could be missing out on a huge opportunity.